Hi everyone, Eric at Retro Handheld Guides, and today I'm going to be looking at PS2 emulation on the brand new Anbernic RG Slide. The Anbernic RG Slide uses the Unisoc T820 chipset that we've seen in many Anbernic devices in the recent past. This device is mostly capable of playing many of the PS2 games that you will want to play. One thing that I did find while making this video is that a brand new version of Nether SX2 came out, and they are now at version 2.0. However, I opted not to use this version of Nether SX2 as I did find massive performance hits for the PS2 emulation when I'm trying to use this device. For this emulation test, I've decided to use instead an old version of Nether SX2, version 1.5, which I found still had decent performance for many of the PS2 favorites that I wanted to play. A little bit later in this video, I will show you the difference in performance emulation for some of my favorite games. I did find that games like God of War 2, as well as Need for Speed Underground 2, did perform much worse in the newer version. If you do plan on using the RG Slide for PS2 emulation, I would opt for using an older version of Nether SX2, as I did not find that the version 2.0 was very good for emulation. So with that, let's take a look at some PS2 emulation on the brand new Anbernic RG Slide.
Disappointing play on the defensive end. Where was the help? Someone should have rotated to cut off the penetration. Marshall the Starovich. Alley-oop. What a spectacular finish. He tees it up. The two's no good. Jackson handling. Transition now. He hands it off. Great fake. Throws on the run. Goes up and grabs it. Watson nails his quarterback out, but a spectacular catch.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable catch. That took the ability to block out the entire field and focus on bringing him in.
Ball on the 29-yard line. Timer! It's grabbed by Lidstrom. He carries the puck to center. Here comes Shanahan. He knocks the puck away with a poke check. One-time net. Passed ahead to Lang. Here's Thomas Holmstrom looking for his first shot on net. He turned the puck over. Marchman tries to clear.
It should have been in the back of the net. Robert. Looking for wins. Hits the ball in. And they keep defending like that.
Try using the nitro launcher again. To select weapons, hold triangle and select an icon with the left analog stick. Hold L1 to precisely target your weapon.
Alpha 2-9. We have eyes on 2-5. DZ receiving heavy fire. Multiple hostiles inbound from 5-1's location. Request AC-130 gunship support. Negative 2-9. QRF is en route to reinforce. Rally on their position and do what you can.
Whoa! Take this stupid chocolate. Oh, you like that? What gives you the right?
Whatever, Johnny McNo. Watch it.
Here's God of War 2 running in Nether SX2 using version 3.668 Classic. As you can see, unlike Nether SX2 version 1.5, there are massive frame dips. You saw there that at some points it drops down to 50%, even down to 20% as lots of particles appear on the screen. So obviously that's objectively worse using just the standard settings. I did find that there was one setting that you can modify that will fix that frame dropping, and that is if you go into your settings and scroll all the way over to advanced settings. And then from there, if you scroll down to the section called manual hardware fixes, turn that on and enable the hardware fix called the CPU frame buffer conversion. When we try that one again for the same sequence, we'll see that it fixes that massive frame drop issue. So that does make God of War a little bit more playable. However, you can see here that even with that, we do get some dips down to 90%. And as we play a little bit longer, the sequence and more people get onto the screen, it drops down to as low as 80%. So while not completely unplayable, it is definitely not at the same level of emulation speed as if you were to use Nether SX2 version 1.5. And so that's why I've opted to use 1.5 instead of going with 2.0 for my PS2 emulation, as I did find similar issues exist in many of the higher end games for the Unisoc 820. And here's Zone of the Enders 2 running on Nether SX2 version 2.0, and as you can see, dropping down to 70, even as low as 60 frames per second. Even with the same CPU frame buffer conversion flag enabled, this is definitely not at all near as playable as it was using version 1.5. One game I found actually improved under version 2.0, and that was Madden 08. At the version 1.5, this game actually would be really sluggish here at the coin toss. It would go down to about 30%, as well as for the first play on each team, it would be really slow and at about 30% emulation, whereas it would fix itself after that first play. So it's mostly playable under version 1.5, but here under version 2.0, I found that it didn't really have any major frame dips. It does slow down a little bit, but it fixes itself pretty quickly. And so if you're looking to play Madden 08, then I would say Nether SX2 is actually the emulator for you, as it is much better under this version 2.0. And here's Need for Speed Underground 2. As you can see that it has the same issue with that frame drop at the beginning of the race. However, it is much deeper here, dropping down to 30% right at the beginning, and it also takes a lot longer to recover. I did notice that as you go through the race as well on version 2.0, you do get dips occasionally that drop it down to 90% or less. And that also makes this game a lot less playable using version 2.0. So if you're going to play Underground 2, I'd recommend version 1.5 as well.